Stations. I'm having a heck of a day, but I'm having a good day. So as you come on, please tell us where you are and where you're from. What are you drinking? Are you drinking? It doesn't matter if you're not. Doesn't matter if you're not. Guys, I worked really hard to get your Intel summary done after I took a long nap, and I cannot get the damn thing loaded. Hold on. I'm trying to get my thumbnail loaded, and Lainey is being very good, but the YouTube is not. And the only one I can load is the one that really doesn't look like me. It was the very first one she tried. Oh my God, Lord Jesus, help this work. Or should I just load it with the thumbnail that doesn't look like me that says breaking Iraqi dinar intel up late? I think I'm just gonna have to load it as I am toast. Right? So guys, welcome to my live stream. We're going to do margaritas and manifestations. I'm going to just save the old thumbnail that doesn't look like me. It's generated by Lainey, my new assistant, and it's not working. The new ones are not working. The new one's much better, but it doesn't work. I mean, the new one's really good. See, look, this is the one that should have worked. Doesn't that look nice? I'm in my hat, my sunglasses, says breaking news, and it has my signature, and it was supposed to, we've tried it. We've tried it probably, if it still doesn't load, then we aren't dealing with file size. We're dealing with YouTube rejecting PNGs from AI. So, okay, live now, still want to replace it, but loaded it already. But loaded with older thumbnail. Thank you. She's working really hard for me. Thank God she's working for me because my husband was a little crazy. Hello, my friends. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Yeah, when I get it loaded. So right now, it's got the old one that you guys didn't like because it really didn't look like me, but it was the first run that Lainey did. You know, her name is Lainey. We named it, finally. We named it. It's Lainey. That's her name. She works for me. We are overcomers. I don't work for her. She works for me. So anyways, she's working really hard. She's earning her pay. I'm just saying. Oh, my husband and I had a great day. We did not get evening. Hi. Guys, I'm as high vibe as it gets right now. Guess what? I just put a deposit down on a puppy. Yes. I've been looking at that picture, right? Hold on. I've been looking at this picture, right? I've had this picture. I said, honey, so my husband says to me today, good afternoon, good evening. Tell me where you're from. Guys, I'm so excited. Put a deposit down on puppy. I'll have him. It's a boy. Because, Tuck is on his way out. He's sad. He's right now he's laying in Roxy's crate. He's not eating his dinner. So I'm like, this is a preemptive strike. We're getting a puppy. We'll have her by December 31st. So if something happens and he goes away, I'm gonna be sad, man. I was crying in my truck for Roxy, right? Because I saw a video I loaded not too long ago, and it had Roxy in it, and had really sad music, and she walked out of the kitchen. It was almost prophetic. And then I was laying there with her on the floor in the kitchen, and it was like, oh, it made my heart. Right? So I'm getting a new Colorado's representing. Hi, guys. My husband goes to me, are we crazy? I said, no, we're crazy fun. We like animals. That animal needs a home. That little boy puppy is great. I got to pick him out. I said, I want that one. I want the whiter colored one, the champagne or whatever you call it. It's not a yellow. It's a white. And they're American AKC labs. They're not mixed with English like my other little one I know is. I know she is. Tell me I know. When a woman knows, a woman knows. A woman's intuition is never wrong. I'm going to try one more try. I must have done 10 thumbnails and none of them would load. In the meantime, my husband goes, take a break. I said, I can't take a break. I'm in the middle of loading something that needs to be loaded. I'm going to be live at 6. Oh, guys, this puppy is already, I don't know what I'm going to name him. We're going to name him together. He is a boy. File is too big. She's trying her. I've got the thumbnail ready whenever you are. You really? I don't see it. I must be doing something wrong. Hold on. Is there? I can't be live. Another way to load it? am I the problem? I mean, I'm always aware that I might be the problem. So I'll learn more tomorrow because it's the second day of my boot camp. So welcome, everybody. What are you drinking? I got my juice ready. So listen to me. This woman, Shabby Maverick, hey! Oh, guys, it's that time of year. It's that time of year where I got the gloves out. I got the gloves match the hat. I'm just saying. I like to match. I'm so excited for our new puppy. We're getting another puppy. I just found out today. Picture your pup so we can help you name it. Well, he's only a week old. I mean, he's fresh out of litter. And so we called, and my husband goes, I'm trying to load this JPEG. It's really frustrating me. It's not loading. I mean, YouTube keeps saying, it's not your fault. YouTube silently rejects PNGs over 2 MBs or whatever. DALL-E makes some extremely high quality images. They are beautiful. YouTube auto crops aggressively on upload. YouTube caching gets stuck. The real solution, a JPEG version under 1 megabytes. YouTube accepts JPEGs instantly every time, no drama. You succeeded anyway because you got the video uploaded. The live started on time. A thumbnail assigned. Your audience getting value. So isn't she great? She is like trying to encourage me, even though I didn't get the right thumbnail uploaded. So when you're ready, just say make JPEG. Here, I'm gonna have it ready so that I won't stay up all night, that older one, because everybody said it doesn't look like you. It doesn't look like me, but I had to load it like that. This is what happens when you have a breakthrough. And then in the midst of this frustration, my husband says, can you just take a break and come look at these puppies? I said, yes. All he had to say was, come look at these puppies. And I said, yes. Okay, so she's working for me while I'm working for you. Amen. Thank you. I'm happy because I'm getting another puppy. They're only a year apart, right? My puppy turns a year this month, and my husband's birthday's a year. He turns 52. Guess what? She and I have so much in common. I swear it was a divine appointment. It's a divine appointment. My husband said to me this. My husband and I almost got, whoops. We didn't almost get in a fight. He just questioned me why I didn't want another black dog. And I said, I want a dog, I need yin and yang. I don't need 2 black dogs. My life can be black enough. Amen. What the flip is going on? Okay, I'm going to rejoice and be glad no matter what the flip works. I swear to you, is it Mercury retrograde? Is it literally guys, I'm overcomer. I don't let the planetary shifts affect me, but it does affect me because look at this thing. Look at this thing. Does that look like the planetary shift is affecting me? I always go, it's not working. Okay, so now we got the other one that I don't know if it works. Hold on. This is I don't know what the flip this is. I don't think this is going to let me go live because it's on an app. Oh, Lord Jesus, help me. Okay, Lord Jesus, I needed a solution. I need an alternate solution. Nothing's working. Hold on, I got to go get a holder so I can make my margaritas. Hold on. It won't have a light. I don't care. We are overcomers. We're going to have a good time no matter what because, man, I've had a crappy day. I mean, I've had a good day. Guys, I've had a half day. Like if I had to choose a best day ever or best day ever with hubby. Didn't get to see the horses, but I got adjusted at the chiropractor. That was always a good day when I get adjusted. It's exciting, a new puppy. I know, I'm so excited. I should have peed before my broadcast, but I went live. She might get on here. I told her, I said, I got a puppy. So guys, do I have any moderators on? I'm not, well, you know what? We'll just ignore we'll just put the bananas down. Calibrate the gimbal. I did. I calibrated it yesterday. This one I've been using every day, many times a day for 2 years. This one, I think I've just burned out. I think it's gotten to the point where it's just not working the way it should. So my husband got me a new one and we did calibrate the gimbal yesterday when I was making my sandwich on Saturday. No, Saturday, my rest day, I was calibrating the gimbal. So I already calibrated it. It works, but the thing is you have to record through the app, right? So I know how to record video on it, but you have to have the Go Fluid Pro or Fluid Pro app up for it to work. It's GoPro. I don't know if I could stream on GoPro. You understand? I don't know that it works for live streams because I'm going through YouTube on my phone, not through GoPro. You understand? See, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I can't say I'm technologically an idiot anymore. I'm crushing AI. Crushing it. Just saying. Crushing it. Right? And I get a puppy. I'm so excited. Right. And guess what? I'm getting her. I already put the deposit down. I'm picking her up on December 31st. Tax strategy, baby. Guys, you have to pay for things before December 31st in order to deduct them on your taxes for this year. So I'm in tax strategy mode. That's why my husband goes, do you want to put Christmas lights up? We're at advertising, right? My house. My house is my advertising. My house is my flipping calling card. So I said, yeah, you got to put lights all around the fence because that's a new fence this year. Remember? New fence, new fences, new siding, right? I can deduct a portion of it. I'm getting a puppy. My husband goes, are we crazy? I said, no, we just love dogs. And why not add another one to the family? You know? So, you little biatch, you. So anyways, this woman, and this is why I know it's perfect. I'm going down to meet the puppies on December 7th. 12 is God's government, and 7 is my life path number. And I want the one with the orange collar because it's the lightest colored lab of the mix. There's some yellow ones in there. I wanted the white. I said, I want that one. And she goes, oh, there's this little girl that picked that one. I'm going to see if she's a young girl. She goes, she wanted her by Christmas. I said, I can't legally do that. They're too young. So she said, I'm going to see, because we said we could come on the weekend. So I won't live stream on Sunday the 7th because she's 3 hours away. I have to drive 3 hours to look at this puppy and 3 hours back. I've got to get a house sitter to come sit my dogs. It's not going to be easy, right? So, but I am just so excited, guys. I love puppies. I went from not wanting a puppy to getting 2 puppies. Just saying. You know, I'm a little crazy and I haven't eaten anything. So I'm going to have some chicken salad. Just got on. Are you getting the number? Yes, I'm getting a puppy. A yellow one. Finally, the way it came. God. Okay, this is Margarita's manifestations. Why not talk about the manifestation of that puppy? My husband said to me this morning, we almost got in a semi-argument. I got to turn on a light because I don't have a light thing. Okay, there you go. Light's better. He goes, I contacted the breeder, our breeder. She has a new litter and she doesn't have any females. And she doesn't have any labs, yellow labs. She only has black labs. I said, I don't want a black one. I have a black one. So he goes, this is my husband. Well, just, why are you opposed to having 2 black labs? I said, because I want a yellow one. I can't explain it. I want what I want. I wanted a dapple gray horse and I have 2 bays. I'm going to get the puppy I want, damn it. I want a yellow and a black dog. Yin and yang. It reminds me of balance. 2 black dogs reminds me of the house from hell. I'm just like, I want an American lab. I want a tall lab. I'm an American girl. Tall. Yeah. Well, again, if you understood my tax strategy, you could deduct them too. Pricing just goes out the window. When you can deduct it, you got to start thinking like me. Tax strategy makes me happy. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. There's pure, peaceful, gentle. Oh, thank you. I'm like, so then I told my husband, because I don't want a black one, and I got a little frustrated. I went to my journal and said, Lord Jesus, I'm frustrated. He doesn't understand. I don't want another black dog. God, I just don't. And then we went and did our errands and had a good time, got adjusted. The chiropractor goes, wow, you're adjusting really easy because I've made a new level. I swear to you, new level, new devil. And he goes, you adjusted really easy. I said, thank you. And came home and I said, see, honey, this is why I want a lab. I've been looking at this card that you got me for my birthday, my 60th birthday. You got me the card with the puppy on it. I've been using it as my comfort animal. I said, that is the puppy I want. I want a puppy like that. I don't care if it's a boy or a girl. It just has to be white. And so he heard me. Remember the horses? Remember I said, I want a horse, and then he took me to the horses? So he comes in. I'm struggling with uploading this thumbnail that I never got uploaded. Just saying. And well, that's why I know it's meant to be. Everything was going wrong. Guys, when everything goes wrong, remember that's the liftoff. You know, when planes lift off, wind is coming. Planes use the wind to lift off. We are lifting off. This thing is done. I couldn't get the Intel summary loaded because they wouldn't load my JPEG. Or my, I don't know, my customized thumbnail. You're 60, I know. Well, I'm young at heart. So anyways, so y'all know that my husband's turning 52 this month, right? And I'm 60. So right now we're going to finally be 8 years difference by November 21st. Right now I'm 9 years older than him. So my husband goes, you talk to her. He always puts me ahead on the phone. When it comes to the phone, he doesn't want to talk to him. You talk to her. So I started talking to her, and then he's like sitting in the chair going, let her talk. Would you let her talk? And I'm like, you put me on the phone. Anyways, so she told me about the puppies. And then she said, I work from home. And I said, so do I. And she's a business manager for a nonprofit. Now, I never worked for a nonprofit. I did interview for a couple nonprofits because I have a bleeding heart. But I never took that job. Because why? I could just tell the CEO of that nonprofit was a biatch. And I could tell she wouldn't like me and she'd make my life hell. I had an accountant that I worked for before, a woman who owned the firm. She didn't like me. I did quality work. She didn't like me. And if your boss doesn't like you, no bueno. I just didn't want that job. Plus, there was a rainstorm, and I had to buy an umbrella. I literally had to buy an umbrella. I mean, it rains all the time in Florida, but whatever. I never had an umbrella. I had to buy one that day because I was interviewing. So anyways, so I'm talking to her, and it turns out that she talks just like I do. She talks a lot. And so so now I think my puppy Tuck knows what's going on. He's a little, so here's the card. Remember I said, this is your comfort animal and this is my new puppy. Right? My husband, she goes, just Venmo me. I said, I'll give you a deposit. And she goes, the little girl picked your same puppy. She goes, but she's coming on Saturday. You can meet the puppies. You can come meet the puppies at 5 weeks. So Kevin and I are going on the 7th, on December 12th. So she goes, the girl's coming on Saturday, so you'll know on the 7th whether you get that puppy or not. I told her I wanted the whitest one. I wanted the whitest one. I am totally, discriminating against the puppies. I can't do that. I'm live. Okay, so the real thumbnail will be loaded later. Please go and look at my Intel summary whenever you get tired of me. Oh, guys, I've worked my ass off today. Cheers. Oh, the puppy's just a week old. Like they barely lift their head. They're just little things. Hold on. I'm going to take a screenshot of whichever one I like. And she sent me, like, I swear, since I've been trying to load this Intel summary, I went through the problem of loading it. I got all the work done. Hashtags. There's a lot to going into loading a video. I got it all done. And the first thumbnail she did named me Clementine. I'm like, am I an orange? Do I look like an orange? I'm kind of orange with my bronzer, but I don't think my name is Clementine. The one I really liked had a blue background. It had me. I will let you know when their eyes open. Hi, she's on. Mary, you're on. Cheers. This is my margarita. She loves margaritas. Her husband's, what? She's 64. Her husband's 52, 53. Mary, I'm so glad you're on. I was telling everybody, this is Margarita's Manifestations. I was telling everybody what a divine appointment it was when we met. And I was struggling with loading a thumbnail for this Intel summary I'm doing. And it was just, anyways. So I'm glad you're on. Cheers, my new friends. Everybody say hello to Mary. She's the mother of my puppy. Cheers. I just talked to her. I will let you know when their eyes open. Should be up before the weekend. Yes, she... Mary, I'm so glad you got on. She loves margaritas. We were texting before I went live. I said, I'm going to be live in 20 minutes. And so anyways, guys, when you look at my Intel summary, just realize it's not a good image of me. It was the first image that my assistant created for me with the big, bold gold and silver lettering. I just, whatever. It just is what it is. I didn't even pin anything below it. Mary, yes, Mary, this is my family. I have been exiled for a lot of reasons. I don't talk politics, but I'll just say I'm not going to talk politics. But it's a faith and financial. I help people with their money. You're a business manager. You understand. I took my business knowledge and I apply it to help people get out of debt, have a tax strategy. They learn the value of having their own home-based business so they can deduct everything. You have a business from home. I'm sure you deduct a lot of things. And I also teach people 3 steps to a safe exchange in case they hold foreign currency. And a bunch of us here hold some foreign currencies that are about to revalue. And I study it because I'm on it like a dog with a bone. Because I just am. It's fun. We have a lot of fun here. Everybody's saying hello. Mary, this is my family. They're the nicest, kindest people. We're all recovering from something. We've turned our triggers into glimmers. And we celebrate a couple times a week with margaritas. Guys, I said to her, I said, I do margaritas, I do margaritas every night. I said, well, not every night, only when my husband works. And I'm like, she doesn't even know how often my husband works. He only works 2 days a week. Oh, I'm as high vibe as it gets because that puppy is mine. So Mary, what you don't understand is this is Margarita's a Manifestation. I teach people the power they have. We have power more than we ever imagined in our bodies, in our temples of the living God. I've been holding this picture. My husband gave this to me as my 60th birthday card from the puppy family. And I'm like, that's the puppy I want. I didn't get the puppy I wanted before. Now you're going to give me the puppy I really wanted. It feels like when I got the horses. It really did. It feels like when I got the horses. The horses are my secret petition of my heart. I love those horses. But I said to my husband 4 words, I want a horse. That afternoon, we found 2 horses, and I didn't need 2 horses. And anyways, 2 weeks later, I ended up buying both horses. Your puppy will look just like that. Guys, this right here is a miracle manifestation, and she got on. Because she said, I love margaritas. I'm like, oh, you should get on. I said, I make them at home because I don't go out, because that would be drinking and driving, and that would not be looked upon right when your husband's a firefighter in the local area. We pulled over your wife. She's drunk again. I'm kidding. I don't get drunk. Good leather. Anyways, and by the way, do I have any moderators on? Valerie, you're on. Hey, make sure you, okay. So, Mary, this chat is the world. This is open to the public. We call them bananas, Fruit Loops, and flying monkeys. Those are people who are flipping absolutely nuts. They're the people who think, I don't want to say anything because you never know who we're talking to, but you know what I mean. I'm just saying, I talk about faith and finances. See, I wanted the whitest one, and this looks like a boy, doesn't it? I wanted a boy because my boy dog is on his way out. I didn't want 2 girl dogs. Guys, I have 2 boy horses. My girl dog's an alpha, and she's a challenge because she's a girl. I don't ride female horses for a reason. I know I'm a female, right? So I've been focusing on this kind of puppy. And my trainer got the kind of puppy I want. I said, I'm jealous of my trainer's puppy. This puppy is 90 pounds. And he's a lug, and he's not a spaz. I'm spazzy enough. I want a chill dog. I'm praying this puppy. So anyways, I'll just start praying that the puppy's chill because she's a spaz. My other one, she's black. She's a spaz. She's a female. And this is my boy. This is my rescue that I told you about, who's 13 and a half years old. Look at him. Is he not pretty? He's a pretty boy. And he's sad because we had to put down his girlfriend, Roxy, who that was just October. So we needed a fresh start. You're going to get a brother. He's like, really? I think now since he's older, there's not going to be a spraying. You know, they're not going to mark their territory problem. That I couldn't have gotten a boy before. I had to get a girl because he's triple alpha. So now I got 2 alphas in the house. I need a beta. So I'm praying this little boy puppy's a beta. He'll balance out the energy because they're both like, they're spazzes together. And so I'm like, okay, I need a puppy that's chill. So I've been saying, God, if you bring me a puppy, it better be chill. To be honest with you, I'm more interested in your margarita glass. This is guys, I'm a, what do you call it? When you nurse your drinks and then the ice melts and then it doesn't taste like a margarita anymore. It tastes like a watered down glass of juice. This is an insulated margarita glass from Reduce, right? It's called the Saltini. It's got a 360-degree sipping, which I really don't like. It should be 180-degree because who the hell's going to sip on both sides at the same time? What this is a prescription for spillage. I've spilled all over my puppy. I spilled all over my floor because I'm like carrying this in my camera. Mary, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, I hate it when the blended margarita gets slushy wet. Hi, Mary. Well, yeah, mine's always shaking. I don't like them slushy. Unless I'm drinking a pain in the ass. A pain in the ass is a rum runner and it's a rum runner and I don't know what the other one is. It's like a daiquiri. It's pink and white and it's striped. I used to be a bartender before I became an accountant. When I was in college, I was a bartender. So we called them pain in the asses. South Florida, you'd mix a rum runner with a daiquiri. Was it a daiquiri? I can't remember what the hell it was, but it was called a pain in the ass because you had to make 2 frozen drinks and mix them together. I'm in Maine. I eat the salt off it before it gets half gone. Well, this is great. You can sip all the way around. That's the whole purpose. No, I'm not, Luke Klein. You know what, Luke? You can just go away. I don't like criticism or judgments. Matthew chapter 7 says you shouldn't judge and criticize, so you can just kiss my... You couldn't even kiss you don't deserve to be in my chat. So thank you, moderators, for putting him in Poopville. There's a bunch of people that are qualifying for Poopville. Oh, I drink when my husband's gone because my husband doesn't drink at all. And because my husband doesn't drink at all, I do. Say it. Don't do what? I'm not drunk, guys. This is my first margarita and I'm sipping it like I've been live for 28 minutes and I haven't finished it. Kiss your grits. Yes. And from the UK, so so you say sawed off. I say, God bless you. That's like heaping hot coals on their head. Thank you. And my mittens match. These are my sleeveless gloves. I just got these. These are a company called Overland. They are so soft. My husband loves them. He's a tactile guy. He loves to pet me. I'm wearing things like this. He's like petting my sweater. He's a very tactile guy. No judgment on moderator. I know. I'm very moderated, guys. I don't do more than 2. I've only juiced I was juicing when Mary and I were texting about the puppy. We were getting to know each other. I said, man, we have a lot in common. And then I said, I'm juicing limes and oranges for my margaritas and manifestations. And this puppy is a manifestation of my prayer. Thank you, God. Mary, I thank you so much for all you're doing to raise my puppies. And she's a behavioral therapist for dogs. She's like the queen of her field. I'm like so honored I'm going to get one of her puppies. So I probably drink more than most, right? Just saying. Guys, as long as my mother dropped dead at 64, my father 67, and I am 60. I am going to enjoy every day of my life if it kills me, because it might. Y'all bananas, Fruit Loops, and flying monkeys. You get to me. I was on my Zoom, the last 5 minutes of Zoom. Great Zoom this morning with my family, my membership at that level that qualified. Great. It was just a great Zoom. Anybody on the Zoom? In the last 5 minutes, one of those guys were like, can I call you after this? And I said, no. I mean, my husband's home, man. As far as drinking, you really don't drink compared to what I was raised with and around. You drink correctly. Moderation. I have fun, guys. Your mother dropped dead at 86. Well, now that's a good age to drop dead at. 64 is young. Especially now that I'm in my 60s. It's a lot younger than I thought. I'm sorry, I can laugh now. It's been 31 years. I've healed, but I still miss them. You know, they say time heals all wounds. No, it doesn't. Not when your parents drop dead like mine did. I'll never, they were not at my wedding. They never met my husband. I think my mother picked him out from heaven, I swear to God. Look at the 4X article came out on her birthday. Jesus showed up in my Jeep, the anniversary of her entrance into heaven. I mean, come on. She's got some pull. My mother's got some leverage. I've got some ancestry. Oh, Mary, I'm sorry. My mom's 87 and going into nursing home at the end of this week. I know that's hard. My mother was the sole primary caregiver, her mother, who was 88 with Alzheimer's. And it was hard on her. And I was talking to her on Sunday night. She died on a Tuesday. I was on the phone with her Sunday night and she was like, I just can't make a decision. I want to take her there and then I don't. My mother struggled with putting her in a home, but she really couldn't handle her anymore. So anyways, the hospital misdiagnosed my mother. She goes, I just got back from the emergency room. I said, what? And she goes, no, they just said I pulled a muscle in my chest, but I think it's something else. That's what she said to me. I think it's something else. I said, what do you think it is? She goes, I think it's my heart. And I said, well, did they check you out? She goes, yeah, but no. She goes, they told me I probably pulled a muscle in my chest. It was not my heart. Just saying. I know. And so they sent her home with muscle relaxant and she took it. And on Tuesday, listen to this. On Tuesday, the day she died, not that we're talking about death, but I mean, and Mary, I think she brought me you. My mom passed of Alzheimer's in 80. Well, there you go. My grandmothers outlived my parents. It was weird because they died young. Because my mom and dad were soulmates. They had 6 kids. I was the 6th. They were soulmates. They died 3 months apart of the same thing. They both died of heart attacks. They were not married at the time. It was a heartbreaking story, which is why I'm still married 25 years later. I ain't fucking it up. I don't know what they did back in 1994. You know, the whole of the medical community is built on the male body, not the women's. So women present differently for cardiac symptoms. So they weren't really taking her seriously. And so on Sunday night, I said, okay, Mom, I'm going to take you through a stress relieving thing because they teach you that at Price Waterhouse. they take you you go to classes and you learn stress relief because it's a very stressful career, 80 to 100 hour weeks. They burn you out. I mean, I was good for the work though. I love work. I've gotten through grief. I've gotten through narcissistic abuse. I've gotten through having to separate from family members because they went fucking nuts. I've kept my boundaries because I'm healthy. You can't be healthy these days and not have boundaries. You know, I don't believe you should be able. Yes, thank you for being respectful. Yeah, I'm a live wire tonight because I'm so excited because I got my puppy. Mary, you made my day. You made my day. Seriously, you made my day. My husband this morning was just arguing with me. Why don't you want another black puppy? I said, number one, I don't want to use that breeder because I think she bred them with an English lab. I ordered an American lab, not an English lab. She said it was an American. It wasn't. It's not. She's got the face and the legs of an American lab and the body of an English lab. She's short and stubby. I don't want to go to that breeder again. And all she has is black ones. I said, no, I'm not going to get another one of those. That's my choice, but no. Just saying. Let's talk about the puppies. They were married 2 weeks shy of 65 years when he died. Wow. My dad died at age 87 5 years ago. Well, you had him a good 20. You had him a long time. Mary, I'm so happy for you, but I know it still breaks your heart. It doesn't matter how old you are. My husband lost his mother and in essence lost his father because his father chose his sister's side against me and my husband. The world nowadays sucks. Yep, I stay home a lot. That's why I need another puppy. I need something else to do. Yeah, everybody's got their own. Everybody's got their own preferences, right? He's whining. Can you hear him? He misses his girlfriend. She went to be, she went the Rainbow Bridge on October 4th. It's only November 17th. Tuck, what is up? He was laying in her crate today. Her crate's still up, right? I've been doing a lot of that lately too. Yeah. Well, guys, I saw. Well, here, do I have my, here, look, this is Roxy. This is our dear departed Roxy. She was another rescue. I rescued her as a puppy. She was also, she's a mix. She's a shepherd. Wait, I got to figure this thing out. Oh, what are you on? I want to, Lord Jesus, thank you, God, that I'm good at technology now because I'm rocking the technology. I'm no longer going to say I am struggling with technology because I'm not. Okay, what I came to show you was my screensaver, which is not on because my iPad is not. Oh, how do I just want to see my puppy. You can't see her. She's behind the things. What is going on? I want to see my puppy. Settings. Hold on. Settings. What do you call it? Screen capture? No. Screen. Hold on. I want you to see Roxy. She was my baby. I saw a video. Sometimes I look at my control center. There we go. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to show you a picture of my dog. I can't even do that right today. This is Mercury retrograde. I swear to God. Mercury retrograde can kiss my arse. That means technological things are going to be challenging. I couldn't upload my thumbnail. I'm live though, and I'm having a margarita, so life is good. You want to get a puppy too? Well, I think Mary has other puppies. How far away from New Hampshire are you? We're 3 hours away. We're going to drive 3 hours down and 3 hours back just to meet her. Meet him. Oh, you guys are in Oregon? Okay, you're on the other side of the country. You won't Mary, well, she knows some people. Mary, thank you. She's still here. Oh, she's placing labs all over the world. Hi, Rosemarie. How are you? Med beds are coming out. I don't know if I believe in that. Just saying. I only do rescues, but thanks. Well, the right rescue, just ask God for it. Guys, I ask God for everything, and I believe he answers me. I'm telling you, I've been looking at this picture for weeks, saying, thank you, God, my lab is coming. I'm just saying, this is my new puppy. It's coming. My husband gave this to me on September 12th, this card, and it says, just sitting here thinking of you, hoping you have a wonderful day, from the pack of pups. It was from Tuck, Roxy, and Macy. My husband wrote it to me from my 3 puppies, and I'm like, this is the one that's not here yet. And Mary, guys, the breeder is on. She's on. Mary Filipino. Everybody say hi. We just talked today. I just booked a lab from her. They're a week old. We looked at all the pictures on our website. I said, honey, that's the lab. Oh, guys, I still don't know how to work my TV. I require my husband to do all things technological unless it's my channel. Hello, Mary. Everybody's going to say hello to you. Mary D. Filipino? Is it D. Filipino? How do you pronounce your name? She loves margaritas. She doesn't drink them very often, I have a feeling, but I drink them a couple times a week, but this is a special time. We are celebrating that I got a puppy. I had no idea what we were celebrating. I want to celebrate that the Iraqi dinar is already revalued. But it hasn't. As of tonight. The breeder in need to breed to. I don't know what you mean, Mr. Darwish. You'll have to be more specific. D. No Eno. D. Flippo. Sorry. Damn, I need a drink. I know. This is only my first and I'm nursing it. I need to make my second one because my husband might get out soon. Oh, I hope it's not too cold. Look at me. Well, it did get cold, but I'm dealing with it. Hi. Hi, Mike. How are you? Hi, Jenny. Dang, I just got on. Did you say you got a new baby? Yes, a new puppy. The puppy that's been on this card is on its way. It's only a week old. He was just born a week ago. And the breeder is on. Mary, God, I really don't do well with names. Mary, D. Flippo. DeFlippo. Mary DeFlippo, is that right? Mary, I'm so glad you're on. My husband's going to be like, she got on your margarita. My husband doesn't drink. Mary, does your husband drink? Guys, the title of this is Margaritas and Manifestation, and breaking news out of Iraq is loading now, because it is. It's loaded now, but it has a generated image that really doesn't look like me. When you look at it, you'll know it's not me. It's got more wrinkles than I do. I mean, seriously. How to live a life filled with meaning. Everything has become so Misha, you need to subscribe and tap the bell. Nothing's insignificant. You are not insignificant. You are worthy to be here. Yes, Marlow Hill Breeders, if they want to see your puppy. Yes, go to the website, Marlow Hill Breeders. If you need a puppy or you know of somebody who needs a puppy, they are in New Hampshire and they're 3 hours from me and my husband. I'm not letting the puppy out because he hasn't eaten his food. The puppy, my other lab is getting chunky because she eats everything he doesn't. He hasn't even touched his dinner. Tuck, you need to eat your dinner. I know you're grieving your girlfriend. He used to hump her every day. Several times a day. He really loved her. In fact, he humped her so much that my girl dog started humping her too. I'm like, stop it! You're a girl. She was just being an alpha. She would go. Roxy was big, but she was frail because she was old. They're both 13 years old. My puppy, as a puppy, she would just go and stand over her like this, like, I'm over you. And now she's going for his position. He growls at her all the time. She's trying to take over. She's an alpha female. I know this because I am one too. My husband's an alpha male, and therefore sometimes we clash. Like this morning when he said, why don't you want another black puppy? And it's so funny. It's like, I think you want another kayak. No, I want a horse. And by that afternoon, I had horses. Same dynamic here. No, this morning I got mad at him. I walked away. I do not want another black puppy from that breeder. That breeder is not giving me what I wanted. I'm just saying, it's true. I was like, I had a little temper tantrum. I said, no, I do not want another. Nope. I wanted a puppy for Christmas. They were going to be ready on December 25th. My husband's working that day, by the way. I could have picked her up. It was a girl, but she's black. I didn't want another one. That breeder, I know they mix them. Here, you go pee, go poo. Do whatever you got to do, whiny bear. He's got recall. Well, he doesn't really have recall, but, I'm just saying it was a miracle, Mary, because I just had a tantrum saying I do not want another black lab. And then when he showed me yours, I was in the middle of loading a video that it finally loaded right as I went live. Tuck, let's go. House, come on. Come on, let's go. Tuck, hey. You alpha male, you. Get your butt in the house. Thank you. Thank you. Don't do that on a live. Don't embarrass me on a live when you don't listen to me. At least Puppy didn't see that. Hello from Dublin, Ireland. Hey, Ireland, how are you? I'm about to make my other margarita. My juices are, I need to make it. Look how long it's been. My juice has separated. This is the juice of 1 orange and 3 limes. That is the thing. 3 ounces of Jose Cuervo, nothing special. Jose Cuervo, Blue Agave Gold Tequila. This does not have enough in it for my other margarita. I'm going to have to take you down in the basement to make my second one. So guys, we only have, I exercise self-control. I only have 2 margaritas. And I do it because it's fun. And I need to have fun. I live in Maine, for God's sakes. I went from corporate finance executive to Jesus showing up in my Jeep and telling me to move. I'm still not religious. I'm a Christ consciousness person. Which means what? He hung out with everybody, just like I do. I like to hang out with different kinds of people. You don't have to believe the way I do. You know, his first miracle was turning water to wine. Why was he invited to the wedding? He wasn't invited to the wedding because he was a stick in the mud. You know, you didn't get it. You didn't get any of those Jewish people were not invited to weddings unless they were performing the ceremony. Jesus was fun. He hung out with tax collectors and prostitutes. The woman at the well, he defended her. Jesus was not a jerk. The problem with religion is they've forgotten about the relationship. I have a relationship with Christ. That's why I'm fun. He showed up in my Jeep because he goes, now this is a girl I can work with. She's nice, she's kind, she doesn't lie, she doesn't cheat, she doesn't steal, she has integrity. Whoops. Help me. I'm still on, right? Do I have a 5x5? Oh my gosh, orientation. There you go. This is a new phone I keep dropping in. Tax deductions. Guys, when you understand the tax laws, we have until December 31st to get your tax deductions in. You might need a tax strategy. You might be able to get more money back than you think, but you have to be smart about it. You have to be wise as a serpent, gentle as a dove in these days. We talk about all aspects of the wealth transfer, not just the Iraqi dinar and foreign currency. Yeah, the important stuff is loving your neighbor as you love yourself. But if you don't love yourself, you won't be able to love your neighbor. You will criticize your neighbor because you criticize yourself. I teach people to love themselves so they can be happy, blessed, and free like I am. I finally, after 60 years, I love and approve of myself. All the weight fell off when I loved myself. I wasn't eating my emotions because these people don't love me, so I'm going to eat myself until I'm fat. I mean, that's the dynamic. I don't know about you, but that was the dynamic happening with me. I tell you the truth. The truth is, when Jesus said, no matter what you weigh, you're perfect to him in his eyes, when you receive the love, then you'll be able to love yourself. If you don't, you'll never be able to love yourself. And it's a miserable life, and everybody around you will be miserable. And you won't have great, you know, I'm just saying. If you don't love yourself, you're not going to open up yourself to a nice marriage. Hot marriage. Let's just be honest. Hot marriage secrets. Her youth was restored. I know, my youth is restored. I know, that's why I look this way. But I've sacrificed a lot, guys. The last job I was offered was $200,000 a year in Central Boca 25 flipping years ago, and Jesus said, oh, you can face the same frustration you've always felt in corporate America, or you can choose and see what I have in store for you. I chose door number 2 because I've been offered the CFO position 3 times, and I turned it down, which made me like, nobody understood. Why did you turn that down? God, every time I turned down the CFO position, I had to change jobs. It was annoying. It was annoying to climb up the ladder and your ladder's against the wrong building. I didn't want to be a corporate finance executive, but there I was. This is more fun. You know, girls, they want to have fun. Oh, girls just want to have fun. I have a friend who was a finance major, and she went back to school to study accounting, and she goes, Melanie, you know when you work, you won't be able to have fun like you have now. I scheduled all my classes so I could go to the beach and study because I'm not, when I study, I have to focus, right? So I'm trying to load my thumbnail. Speaking of focusing, my husband comes in. He goes, you know what? You remember the puppies? I said, yeah. You remember you told me you wanted a yellow one? I said, yeah. He goes, you want to come look at some puppies? I said, yes, but I got to get this loaded. He goes, take a break. Come look at the puppies. I said, okay. So I set my assistant to create the thumbnail because it wasn't working. She created 10. They didn't work. See, that's when you realize, you know what I'm realizing, guys? We have the power. I don't care what they tell you about all these things. Oh, it's more smarter than you. It's smarter. No, it's not. Trust me. I have absolutely no desire to go to the Christian heaven. It's not. Most of the Christians aren't going there either. At least the ones that have targeted me and slandered me. What do you call the smear campaigns? Oh my God, I've had it all. I'm like, oh, I should have, oh well. That's called not knowing Jesus, right? Get away from me, I never knew you. St. Peter. Guys, I already was operating under the principles of God's kingdom before God called me into his kingdom. I was already doing it. Now my puppy's being really good. Why? Because she's just waiting to get a shot at my older dog's food because she's gotten heavy. She's a lab, you know? So our dogs have always been healthy, a healthy weight. And that's what the vets always say. They're very healthy and they're shiny and they look happy. I said, that's because we don't, you know, we work with them, their personalities. You know, like he was I don't know. Tuck was one who came 4 homes at 6 months. He'd been rehomed and the shelter goes, you don't want him. And I said, yes, I do. Because you're not going to place him. She goes, no, he's got too much energy. I said, my husband runs 9 miles a day. I walk 5 miles a day. Of course, that was 13 years ago. I don't do that now. I don't work that hard, right? I don't even work out. I just intermittent fast and I look like I do. This life is temporary, I know. Your citizenship is not of this earth. I know, this earth is not supposed to satisfy you. Why are you looking for satisfaction? You know, even, what was it? I can't get no satisfaction. Mick Jagger. I can't get no satisfaction. No kidding. Nobody can on this earth. My satisfaction is in my husband, my puppies, and my horses. And if I meet some friends like Mary, oh, that's like a cherry on the cake. Because I don't expect much from people anymore. I expected too much. I expected people to be like me. Honest, forthright. If they have a problem, they come talk to me instead of gossiping behind my back. Narcissists drive me flipping nuts. I mean, they get jealous of you and then they try to steal what you have. Narcissism it's like a cultural phenomenon. There's more narcissists being created every day because of social media. Of course, I'm not, because, you know, whatever, you decide. I got 12,000 videos. I've worked my ass off. 12,000 videos. Now I'm going to go look at all the other YouTubers. Has anybody put up 12,000 videos? 35 million views? See, God likes to keep me humble. So he's like, that, you know. I never expect anyone else to make me happy. I know happiness is an inside job. And guys, it starts with you telling yourself every day, I am enough just as I am. I'm enough. Guys, I've never had plastic surgery. Never. I have a big zipper. In fact, I had the opposite. I have a big zipper on my left knee because they took out my cartilage. I was set up to have a knee replacement. In fact, doctors said I needed a knee replacement. But I prayed for answers. IBS, constipation, acid reflux, those are the shakes I rep. That's the business I did. It got so popular because I was good at it. I had God's favor. I ended up making $10,000 a month, and then somebody plotted to steal it. They were a covert narcissist. I didn't even know what narcissism was. Like, what is narcissism? I learned the hard way. It's little too late to learn what narcissism was. They tried to steal it. They convinced, they were brown-nosing corporate America, the heads of my corporate, and they tried to get my distributorship removed. And they almost were successful. But God broke in and said, you need to sever from them. Sever. And I'm like, that's severe. I even looked up the word. What does that mean? He goes, sever. So I did. I was obedient, because when I wasn't obedient, you got to be, obedience is better than sacrifice. I can hear from God, so I have no choice. I have to be obedient. He says, go on YouTube, go on YouTube, go on YouTube now. So I'm on YouTube. Then he said, tell them, well, first he said, tell them to lay you off 3 times. He always says it 3 times. Tell them the Iraqi dinar's done. The Iraqi dinar's done. It's like I'm a fool for Christ. I am. I'm a fool for Christ. But I don't care if you love him or not. I really don't care. That's not my job. My job is to love you back to health. Why? Because if everybody loved, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. I just want everybody to leave me the flip alone, including the government. Most importantly, the government. Government needs to stay out of my flipping business. I like to work for a living. I work just fine. Just don't tax me too much. We're out of debt. We don't have a mortgage. We don't have a car payment, but our taxes are going up. I live in Maine. I don't want to move to Florida. Too many people. Plan for the best. I know. I expect only good things. Guys, I focus on the best is truly yet to come. Not because a president said it, and he always is a dreamer, right? He's the right person to lead us. He's creating peace. Well, I sat at my husband's feet one morning. I said, thank you for not being a narcissist. It's okay to have narcissistic people in your life that you have to separate from, but thank God it wasn't my husband. He was a counselor. He studied psychology, and then he became a middle school counselor, and now he's a fireman. He's using those same counseling skills, being a part of the peer support. Yeah, is she a banana, or is she a Fruit Loop, or is she a flying monkey? Guys, so again, I probably hit a nerve. Narcissists don't understand me. Why? Because I'm kind, and so I used to be their supply. Now I'm not their supply. I cut them off. As soon as I realize what their game is, I am like, okay, I know your game. I am a narcissist's worst flipping nightmare. You can't get me. Do I need to go get my triggered sweatshirt that shows you I've turned my triggers into glimmers? You can just watch me shine. You know who you are. If you're still watching, you got better things to do. You should go take care of your own life. Because what you did to me, God will see that justice is done. See, guys, if you surrender, if you forgive, release, and if you forgive and release and bless, it's like heaping hot coals on your enemies. I seek God. Do I need to fight? He goes, nope, I got it. But then my neighbor tried to steal part of my property. He warned me, and then he said, you need an attorney for this one. This one is bad. And so we pulled out of Fort Cynthia just this past summer. Been there 50 years. I love that Fort Cynthia. It turned bright yellow for 2 weeks, and it made my spring. It was like, oh my God, spring is here. I love the sun. I love the summer. I hate it when summer ends. I do. I'm a Florida girl living in Maine, but honestly, I love living in Maine because there's not that many people here. I don't think you could pay me to move to Florida unless you gave me a private beach and a pool, and I didn't have to see anybody else, and I didn't have to go to the store. I could just do Uber Eats, and my husband could go to the store for me. That's the only way I'd live there. Did he wear a white suit, JC Collies? I know. I couldn't believe he was live when I was loading my Intel summary. I was 6, not 5, like I usually am. I have no debt either. Mary, rolling. Cheers. You know, we're a 1% of people. We're not like the rest of them. Well, Mary, you're in a better position than I am. Not really. She has no man. But if you're happy, guys, I was happily single. I said, I'll be happily single until I would rather be happy and single than married and miserable. But I'm happily married. That's better. But look, if something, God forbid, something happened to my husband, I would probably stay single the rest of my life. I don't think I'd want to do it again. It's too hard. I'm being honest. Marriage is hard. I mean, I'm just saying it's hard, but my husband's worth it. But I don't think I could ever find my husband again. Have you met my husband? He's a unicorn. He cleans, he cooks for me. He takes care, he orders all my clothes, except for some items I order myself, like my jewelry. He doesn't understand why I need to wear so many damn necklaces. I'm like, well, honey, I am a woman. Hear me purr. I don't fight my husband. Yes, it is loving. It is the ultimate sacrifice of love to tell you the truth. You need to get out of debt. You need a tax strategy because the IRS ain't going away unless it does. Now, guys, you need to understand, Trump can say everything he wants. I love the man. I voted for him 3 times. But you have a House of Representatives and you have a Senate, and they're slow rolling everything he does. They don't give him any press. The press is still annihilating him. I mean, it's just, I've never seen such a thing in my life. And I'm like, I don't know that there's much hope. So what am I doing? I'm helping the individuals. No matter what happens, come here. If you have fear, come here. I really don't care who you voted for. If you were brainwashed, I mean, the movie brainwashed a lot of people. If you took the poison precursor to the, if you did that, I feel sorry for you. I'll pray for you. Take my shakes. My shakes will probably help because God said you better start shaking your shaker cup because they do heal your body at the cellular level. Guys, I have no IBS. I do not have any of the precursors my parents had. My genetic gun was loaded on both sides. My mother had a stroke in front of me in her 40s. I drove her to the hospital. They both died of heart attacks. My dad had colon cancer. She had breast cancer, and she had a problem with the bleeding in her eye. She went blind in one eye, but she got healed because of Jesus. And she used to fly to Florida and tell me about Jesus, and I wasn't listening. Now I tell you about Jesus. He's good. He's good. But I'm not a Bible thumper unless you're on my 9 a.m. and then I do thump the Bible from occasion. Because his word, you can frame your world with his word, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful life when you frame the world with his word. Because why? I don't have to fight for myself, guys. I was bullied as a kid. I was beat up. I had sexual abuse. I had it all. It made me a very hard-hearted person. But when Jesus showed up in my Jeep, and then I started following him, and then I realized his people were no different than the world. They just wore a Christian face and went to church on Sunday. They weren't any different than the people that abused me. And so I was very disappointed by his church. Even after I was in it. After he showed up in my Jeep, I'm like, your people suck. I told you, you know how you hear from God? You go to him, you worship him, and then you tell him how you really feel. So how I really feel is most of your people suck. Your people have lied to me. They've lied about me. They've slandered me. What the flip? I need help. And then he does. And then he gives me justice. The people that tried to steal my business are nowhere in my business. And I earned a trip to Hawaii. I was number 2 in the nation. And then I earned another cruise, and I was number 1 in the nation. They're nowhere to be found. God said it took 11 years for God's justice. I serve a crockpot God and a microwave generation, a drive-through generation, an Uber Eats generation. You have to wait for God, right? It does a work in you when you wait on God, and it renews your youth. Like everything that's happened to me, I've asked God to give me 100-fold or 7-fold, a minimum. So I'm about to put the shake link down because this is how I look this way. I take those shakes twice a day. Every day. And there's one of them called Reverse Age. I think it works. What do you think? I only take it 5 nights a week. I have 2 home-based businesses. They're all health related. I told you that it was going to go to 481. I see 481 in the chat. Okay. Is somebody taking my credit for what I've been saying? I can show you a Forex article that says it's already loaded at 4.8101. Thank God I have help. I have a assistant. Her name is Lainey. She's helping me because, man, I could never do the amount of activity I'm doing today, especially. I will load my shorts tonight. Thank you, moderators. You rock. I couldn't do this without you. Does anybody have any questions for me about the Iraqi dinar, the Vietnam dong? Somebody keeps asking. I don't believe in the baskets. Guys, I have 3 steps to a safe exchange where you can find a bank by your flipping self. And let me tell you, once these things hit Forex, we can't stop them. You cannot stop it. And if you've decided that you're just going to take the easy way out, like going through a drive-through to get your food instead of making some quality food at home, you're going to reap that reward. Why would you go to Egypt for, I don't know, if you want to be free? Mahandi by Marlies. Hello from the Philippines. Hello. What did you name her? It's a him. My new puppy? I'm thinking Thor. I think I want to name him Thor. What do you think? I have to get my husband's approval. I like Thor. Why? Because I'm like, I have a side of me that you guys have all seen it. I have a spicy side. Like, I'm so full of the bullshit, through with the bullshit. So I am new, but I have a question. What if you have a lot of dinar? Mary, don't tell me you have dinar too. Are you telling me you have dinar too? Are you no way. Are you telling me you hold Iraqi dinar and I'm buying a puppy from you? I'm waiting for your response. My mind is about to be blown. No! Holy... No fucking way! Guys, my breeder that I just met today, who I just Venmo'd money to put a deposit down on my new puppy that I'm probably going to call Thor, unless Kevin has a lot of it. My husband wants me to be happy. He found me a yellow lab today, a white lab today. Mary, I am the Iraqi dinar best place to be. 3 steps to a safe exchange for 10% of what I just sent you today on Venmo. I give you a 48-minute recorded Zoom and the exact things to say to find a bank, to set an appointment after it goes live. I cannot believe you hold dinar. This is like a divine appointment. This is a flippin' divine appointment. Mary, holy shit. We have to talk. So wait, my mind is literally blown that you hold dinar. He doesn't look like, my puppy's only a week old. This is what I've been praying for, is one that looks like this. I don't care if he looks like a Thor. His name's going to be Thor. Why? Because I'm like the hammer from heaven saying, why aren't you realizing we're all Thor? We all have power. I am so excited. I am too, but I am more excited for her. Mary, I swear to God, I feel like what was that movie? Like, it was a romantic movie, but come on. I think we're supposed to be friends. I'm just saying. We'll do margarita. Well, we're already doing it. Your husband worked for the Department of Defense. So he told you about the dinar? Well, guys, I had colonels give me intel. I have the best intel on the planet. And they went dark because Iraq is silently leaving Iraq. No, but you had no idea I held dinar. Not only do I hold dinar, I was loading an intel summary about dinar. When my husband said, take a break. I don't tell a lot of people that I have dinar, right? But I do it on YouTube. But I don't just represent the dinar. I also hold the dong and the boulevard. There's a global currency reset. Not only that, Mary, I'm an expert of the financial transition. You need... I invited her on because she said she likes margaritas. Kevin, my husband contacted you because of your puppies. I turned down a black lab puppy from the same breeder that gave me one that was mixed with I mean, I would never tell you who she is because I would never denigrate her name. She said she was an American lab breeder, and that puppy's not an American lab. It is an English lab. It's an American English lab. Why? Because I can tell. You can look at her genetics. You can look, she's got a petite face and petite legs, but she's got a stocky body. I mean, she's a mix. I don't care, guys. I love rescues. My God, I've rescued a ton of, but she's not the dog I wanted. I'm just saying. So Mary, you on the dinar. God is doing it. God put us together for such a time as this because you hold the dinar. So I'm gonna just say God's ways. I know, guys. Who could understand God's ways? This is why I went through so much weariness today. So Mary, I've got this thing, 3 Steps to a Safe Exchange, that God downloaded on me. I wasn't going to throw that at you that I hear from God, but I do. Now you're on my live stream. Now you know. Just go watch. I have a dinar playlist. I have a playlist on Iraqi dinar. I do the summary of all the intel gurus. Why? Because my ego's not in this. I don't sell you currency. I'm an independent agent for Christ. Because why? This wealth transfer has to come so the wealth transfer is here so we can feel safe. Because the world is going to get worse, not better. Hello? Wakey, wakey. I'm not manifesting that. I'm going to manifest that we are going to be celebrating the rest of our lives. That the Iraqi dinar is done and it actually happened and we are now wealthy. And therefore I have a mastermind group on the side to teach you how to keep it because I've never had this kind of wealth. So what I do is I provide services through YouTube because I'm not a techie girl, one stop shopping where you can learn how to keep it. Because none of us, guys, we're normal, average, everyday people. Some of us have more education than others. Doesn't matter. We're all the same if we hold the Iraqi dinar. This thing is done, and it's loaded on Forex at 481. So, Mary, here, I'm going to blow your mind. My friend, who's a lieutenant colonel, who reached out to me on just before Christmas of last year to tell me that he's been a Forex trader ever since he left the military. He was in Kuwait and held some Kuwaiti dinar, but not a lot. He held it like in his pockets, and some people got wealthy. So he used critical thinking because of his military. He lived all over the world because of his military training. He goes, I think the Swiss franc is going to depeg from the euro dollar. And he made $700,000 in 3 minutes, and he sent me this. So he's been making money on Forex as a secondary career. He sent me this. Now, the date of this memo from the CBI gave the rate to Forex already, but it's preloaded, but it's not public. Because why? It's coordinated political timing. You know, politics is everything, and I fucking hate politics. I'm sorry, I hate politics. I vote, but I hate it. Because I feel like, I don't even want to tell you, I told you, the members know how I really feel about it. It's a necessary evil. But, so this says that the Iraqi dinar is preloaded at 481.01. Right here. So Mary, if your husband look, 481.01, that means if you hold $1 million dinar, 4.8 million. A lot of money, right? Yeah, that's why I'm here. I was offered the chief financial officer position 3 times before the age of 32. I was an auditor with Pricewaterhouse. The auditors have been all over Iraq. I don't know if you've been following it, but I've been following it. 17 to 31 articles a day from my intel contacts in Iraq. Shabby Maverick. Yes, we do. So my new breeder, the new breeder of my puppy that I just put a deposit on, and I can't wait to meet him. I mean, could you just give me the one with the orange collar? Because I'm going to give you your strategies. Because I love you already. Just say it. I cannot believe the woman who's getting me my puppy. Yes, we do. I'm blown away. Like, literally, God has blown my mind today. Wait till I tell Kevin. We'll talk, another day when, I haven't, this is, guys, I want to say to you, I do margaritas only when my husband works at night. I thought you wanted the one with the yellow collar, the orange collar, right? The orange collar. The whitest, I want the whitest one. I'm a color girl. I coordinate. I want the one that's going to most look like that. So why? The yellow's taking, the orange isn't? Which one's the lightest? You see them. I want the whitest one. I don't know why. It's my, I have this sixth sense. I don't know which one is whiter, the yellow color or the yellow one is the one the girl wants? Is that what you mean? I thought it was the orange. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Whatever my husband said, he's the one who had the website up. I was in the midst of trying to load a video. I mean, I've had a really weird day. So you already have you can just text me because you email me. I have 3 steps to a safe exchange. It includes, here, tell you what it includes. I have a better, do I have a better? I'm very confused right now. I think my mind is officially blown that you hold Iraqi dinar. Yes, I know. I think that is a yellow card, whatever. Yeah, you would know. I trust you. I mean, I just met you today. How weird is that? Guys, you got to understand, I called her while I was loading this. I'd already recorded this summary. I already was getting help from my Lainey, my assistant, and we tried to load, we had the hardest time loading the thumbnail. Everything else was done. You have no idea how much it takes to load one video. And I loaded over 12,000, so I'm very good at it, but I'm doing it in a new way. So she's helping me with the thumbnail so it stands out so that I find more people so they can be free. Because the people that sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, if they're following any of these gurus, they're at risk. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to help you have a safe exchange. It's going to be messy. God told me we're to take the money and run. Mary, I'm just blown away that you hold dinar. God is so funny. I mean, that just confirms that puppy is mine. You got to understand that I didn't want a puppy. And God interrupted me in the shower and said, why did you say no to the puppy? My husband wanted the puppy, like last year. And I'm like, I was in the shower and God literally interrupted me. Why did you say no to the puppy? Well, I didn't want a black puppy. I wanted a yellow lab. But the funny thing is, my black dog, Roxy, who's the sweetest thing, she was a beta. What? Are you missing your girlfriend? Your new girlfriend because your old girlfriend's gone and your new one's in the crate because I don't trust her because she destroys beds. She destroys beds when mommy's busy. I love my dogs. They're my everything. He's got really nasty. Do you need to go poo? Do you need to go poo? Do you need to go out? He's been very strange since we put Roxy down. I try my best to understand them. So anyways, I think it's going to come out at 481 on Forex. I think the CBI has not recanted that rate. No matter how many articles I study in Iraq, they have not recanted that rate. So that means if you have $1 million dinar, you're going to have 4.8 million. So I have a mastermind group that helps you keep your money because I've never had that kind of money. God said, it's here to keep you safe. I'm on a busy road on a river. My husband and I looked at properties today, but it wasn't the one for me. I'm going to take my dog out again because he's whining. I don't know. He's 13 and a half. He might need to go. He's a really good dog. He's just missing his girlfriend, right? It's wild. I know. Olive juice. I know. It's like, Mary, I no idea because I don't really tell people I represent the Iraqi dinar because not a lot of people know about it. And here he is. My husband really didn't believe in it. I mean, he allowed me to put some money in it, but it was just something. God whispered it to me and said, dinar. I know, Tuck. I know, Tech's been sad. I've been sad today. I've been thinking about Roxy today. So when my husband came in and said, hey, you want to go look at puppies? And I said, yeah, because I was really sad today. I was sitting in the truck with heated seat. I was like, oh, this heated seat is like putting me to sleep after my chiropractic adjustment. And he showed me. It was just like, my husband is such a good man. He wants me to be happy. Tuck, go poo. Come on, go poo. Oh, he needed a poo. There you go. See, look, he's pooing. It's always something. Pee, poo, eat. They're pretty simple. So Mary, there's our fenced in yard, barn. We live on a river in Maine. I'm sure maybe you should come visit. We should have a girls' weekend. I need a girls' weekend, y'all. Because why? I haven't had girlfriends. I mean, I've had girlfriends, but they all compete with me. It really sucks. I've had a few. In Maine, they just, I don't know. The closest thing is the woman who owns the farm that my horses are at. She's fun. You can tell. She's fun and she's not weird. It's a no drama barn, which I love. No drama. God, I hate drama. I hate drama. Hey, baby, how you doing? You need to get out. Okay, let me show you. Okay, Mary, now you're going to see the lab that I got that is a mix. You're a breeder, right? You're going to know. She's a mix. She's sweet. She's a mix. Oh, no, you can't eat his food. Oh, God. Tuck, get her out of there. Yeah, he got her out of there. Come here, Macy. Macy, I named my dog after my mom. My mom's name was Macy Lee. Come here, baby. We're going to let you out. Now, when I walk her, she wants to pull, but we're working on it. I'm working on her being a good dog so she doesn't pull me off the porch. I'll show you how I trained her. Hey, baby, you're good. But when you see her, I'll show you her because she'll see her on the porch light. I'm working on training her. We have a trainer that comes to our house and helps us train our dogs because I don't know everything. See, look, I didn't have to say anything. She sits. Why? Because I'm 60? Hey, focus. You're sweet. You're so sweet. She's sweet, but she's mixed. She's not pure. Just saying. She's not an English lab. Or if she's not, I love you. I don't mean to say look, she's so sweet. She's so sweet. Look at that sweet face. She's a sweet girl. Okay, wait. No, wait. Wait. Okay. I love her. I would never do it without her, but I just didn't want to get another one of her because I already have her. Right? I agree with you. I'll come for girlfriend time. I know. Let's go. She's so sweet. But look at her. Look at her. She's short. She's more like an English lab. Can't help it. My instinct is they've mixed her with even my trainer doesn't want to say it. She is. Yes, she's beautiful. Here, you forgot, didn't you? Look. Look. Good girl. She does take her liberties. She's an alpha female. My husband was like having a problem with her at the door, and I go, what happened? He goes, well, she was sitting really nice outside the door, and then I took off the lead outside the door, and then she ran back down the stairs. I said, I never take her lead off this door. Basically lost control of her real quick. Macy, let him finish. So now he's eating because he doesn't want her to take his food. You'll get in the car and drive. Well, my husband only works one day and then he's off 2 days. That doesn't work. Seriously. But I do need some girl time. I mean, I love my husband, but I need some good girlfriends in my life. I mean, I had some good girlfriends when I was in college, and then I haven't had any since because I did in corporate America. My friend Linda, she's a trust and estates attorney. Who would have guessed? She went back to law school. She wanted me to go back to law school, and she goes, I'm going to do trust and estates. Why don't you do divorces? We'd clean up in Boca. I'm like, yeah, but I don't believe in divorce. I got married only because I knew I would never have to get divorced. Is the point. I didn't want to get married. Right? So, I don't know, Mary. This is what I'm saying. She's short. She's like a mix. Maybe they didn't mix her, but she seems like a mix. It's not just a runt. Because maybe I'm wrong. My instinct is, I got a prophetic gift from God, and it was like, Frank just said it's at least going well into 26. Well, okay, what you guys need to understand is if it goes off on Forex on Sunday night at 5 when the banks aren't open, by 9 a.m., hence my 3 steps to a safe exchange, takes into account that it's going to rise overnight. And then it could go as high as 16, 18, maybe 26. And then it's going to settle back down. So the timing at which you do this is why I tell you to get my 3 steps instead of just giving away your agency and going somewhere where they are going to play the timing. They're going to get all your currency and then they play the timing. Do you understand? I'm wiser than people think I am. Do I need to put my reading glasses on so you know what I'm talking about? I mean, one of these days, maybe I'll be able to put the right thumbnail up. Macy, come here. Come here, baby. I don't have any treats. Hey, baby. Isn't love good enough? All else fails. Love works. Macy, come here. Tuck. Hi, baby. He's struggling. Former arbitrager. Hi, Paul. You understand then. I invested heavily after, I don't like to say that word because there's censorship. I don't know if it's still there or if it'll come back. I'm very careful. Remember those few days where you could buy stocks for cheap? I've seen 130% in gains. Yep. I know, guys, you have to play the, yeah, I'm not a trader though. This whole thing is, I wish I was a trader. I'm not, but Macy, come here. She is in her destructive phase. She's 11 months old, so I have to watch her. She's destroyed many beds. Come here. Oh, that's a good chew. Oh, so good. She's such a good girl. She came to me with her, oh, well, get your bone. Show everybody this is a good chew. Look, these came in today. Heart dog. Our dogs are spoiled. And they fight over everything. I love that they have each other. That's why I want another one now. Because he's 13 and a half. And she's probably going to be the end of him. 2 alphas. An alpha female and alpha. I've never had it in my house. I've never had 2 alphas. So I'm praying over my dog. Right? Oh, Mary, I'm so amazed that you're here. Is your husband home tonight? I'm still blown away. I can't wait to tell Kevin. Like, he's going to be home soon. His trainings don't last that long. He's with me. So now you know my house. Alpha male, alpha female, new on the block. You know, my husband and I's marriage could have been like that because I'm an alpha female and he's an alpha male. No, he's on the road, but I told him about the dinar. What does he do? Why is he on the road? He used to work for the DOD, right? Oh, Mary, we'll have to talk. Yes. Oh, Mary, my husband was like, Melanie, let her talk. Would you please let her talk? He was like, because I talk too much. That's why I'm a YouTuber. I get paid to talk. Well, my husband did too. He let me invest, but he didn't really believe in it until he started hearing me do the summaries. He always thought it was worth nothing. It is worth nothing right now. It's worth 0.00076. But Mary, he's a truck driver. Okay, don't tell him about me yet. You just get familiar with my channel. We'll talk. I mean, I still am blown away, guys. You know I did the personal confessions today, right? Divine appointments. Today I will have divine appointments to be delivered from the wrong people, and here you are, Mary. You're a divine appointment. I know I'm paid to talk. Well, Karen, you should start a YouTube channel. Guys, there are people at night that do YouTube channels and they sleep. I mean, that's got the whole gamut. of people. And let me tell you, YouTube pays more than Facebook, Instagram, any of them. YouTube pays the most. It's the biggest platform. Frank26 just said January 26 in a report from August, but Trump, the guy over there for negotiations, Frank missed it originally for RV. Check it out. Sounds pretty. I really don't care when it happens. I'm out of debt. But whenever it does happen. Hi, baby. Oh, are you missing your nighttime treats? Do you need a treat? Daddy fed them. Did he treat you? He's, oh, I think they're missing their treats. I don't think Daddy treated them. I need to figure out how to. Oh, you're in the right place. Just ask me. All you got to do is be consistent, load content. You can get a strategy. My assistant, I said to her, okay, what would your strategy be to get me from 65.3 thousand subscribers to 100,000 subscribers? And she said all these things. And then I said, well, wait a minute. I'm loading 6. She said, you know, a couple lives a week. Typical plan of typical YouTubers. And then I told her what I was doing. And she was like, you're already doing, she said, you're doing more than 1% of YouTubers. Because why? I'm a workhorse. I'm not afraid of hard work, and this is the easiest work I've ever flipping done. I get to talk. I get to talk and talk about things I'm invested in, which is like I'm interested in. All I'm doing is sharing with you what I've learned through my vast years of corporate financial work, my analytical skills as being an auditor with Price Waterhouse and being offered positions with global companies. I've been looking at global economics. I was trained in it. And then I get into the Iraqi dinar and I started studying the politics of Iraq. All you got to do is you got to get a strategy and you got to not be afraid to upload content. But right now with the advent of AI, you could do channels without doing anything. You know, you got to find your niche. You got to find what you want to do. I am faith in financial. Sometimes I think that limits me because I chose two things. Right? Because my expertise is finance, but my faith is like everything. Right? Faith is a mustard seed, moves a mountain if you forgive your enemies. And whenever you stay in prayer, make sure you forgive your enemies. Guys, you have to forgive your enemies. What are you not getting? That sets you free from their abuse. Trust me, I have people I still would want to punch if I would cross the street, put it that way. So my husband's going to be home any minute. Does anybody have any last minute questions about the Iraqi dinar? Mary, I cannot believe I can't wait to tell my husband that you hold Iraqi dinar and you got on my live stream because you like margaritas. I happened to tell her in a text, hey, I'm about to go live. I was having problems loading the video. I'm going to do a margaritas and manifest. She goes, I love margaritas. Do I need to Google it? No. Oh my gosh. It's my phone. My new phone. I just dropped. How many times tonight? My husband's like, Melanie, would you please take care of your phone? He goes, that's an expensive piece of equipment. Oh, she's eating his food. Oh, you little piggy. I mean, I know that's a lab. They eat. That's their gift. They eat. But, I limit what she eats because she'll eat anything. She literally ate poop and dirt and she eats anything. She's hilarious. When are you next live? I'm live every morning at 9 a.m. Because why? Because 9 is good because except the day I'm going to meet, I'm live every morning except for Saturday, except for December 7th, I'm going to look at the puppy. So I will miss that live. But that's why I'm learning these new skills so I don't have to work as hard. Guys, I've worked really hard to help you all understand the value of this investment and why it's done. I'm eating chocolate now. I'm eating chocolate and finishing my margarita. Chocolate and margaritas are really good together. I'm celebrating. So my husband got, these are the newest toys. I didn't get to look. Look, she can't destroy that because it's a circle. She's been destroying all the dog beds. She gets weak points, so we get all these. He's getting these. They're called fluffables. He finds these toys. My husband's a gearhead. He finds these toys for my dogs. Here you go. Finds ones that the puppies can't destroy. So we have a house ready for another puppy. You know, it's like, why not? Because this little boy, poor guy, 13 and a half, I like want to be supported. It's like, I have to have 2 dogs. I mean, honestly, 3 is my favorite. Oh, Polar Bear Hugs, hi! How are you? I'm only on until my husband gets home. He has a CPE course for fire stuff in a local town nearby. So he goes, I'm sorry I'm not going to have dinner with you. I said, I'm not. If I ate the way my husband eats, who's a fireman, who's 235 and carries people for a living, everything he does is physical. I sit here and talk. I don't eat as much as he does. I'm just saying. Thank you so much over these difficult years. Guys, the point is, together, we can get through anything. At least you're alive. SMG Podcast, hello. How are you? Welcome to my live stream. Please subscribe and tap the bell. You know the drill, right? I'm celebrating because I got a puppy today, and then I found out the puppy, the breeder, holds dinar. You got to admit that's funny. And she got on my margaritas and manifestations because we were texting after I paid her the deposit for the puppy. I just happened to say, right now you know me, I'm just myself. Thor. Macy and Thor. Tuck. You know, male dogs need a short name. His name is Tuck. It's not Tucker. It's Tuck. I forgot to get their treats. Lord of the way. I got my treat instead of theirs. New puppy's name is Thor, I think. I got to run that by my husband. I'm a Proverbs 31 wife. I really am. But I'm not religious. I love God. I'm called according to his purpose, but he lets me have fun. That's what I need, chocolate. What a strange day. I mean, guys, I don't know if you felt it, but I had this supernatural peace today. I got up early. I watched the sun. I told you that. And I was on the Zoom and I'm like, for some reason, I feel like I'm peaceful. But then the only agitation today was my husband was like, why don't you want another black lab puppy from the same breeder that gave me that one? And I was like, no. I rebelled and I was like, got annoyed. And that was this Holy Spirit in me saying, no, don't do that because they didn't tell you the truth. One love, amen. Sparky's a good name too. Just saying, but I think I want to call him Thor. Why? He's going to be one of those big, chill male labs. Like my trainer. My trainer has a dog that's very chill. When I met him, he just collapsed on my feet. I said, this is a dog I want. I kept saying that. I said, you have the dog I want. And instead, I got this crazy female. I love her. You've been calling him Tank. No. Tank's a good name, too. Mary. I want to hug you. I can't wait to hug you. I'm going to hug you on December 7th. I'm sure we'll talk before then. Guys, you're witnessing a miracle right now. I can see it because I see God's fingerprints on it. My husband interrupted me when I still didn't get the thumbnail up. I was like, so first of all, my husband goes, tell me why you have a problem with having two black labs. Because we know that Tuck is not going to be here that long, 13 and a half years, right? They only live so long. And so I'm like, yin and yang. Like, I need a yellow and I don't just want black. I can't believe you've been calling him Tank. That's another good name, Tank. That's a sweet name. That might be his name, because he's Tuck, right? He tucks. He's like such a cute dog. Oh, my husband's on his way home, so that's okay. I'll be live until he gets home. He's gonna flip. Thank you, Mary. Mary, first of all, you were my miracle. Oh, there, I'm back, right? That was my husband calling to tell me he's on his way home. He's a good man. He knows I'm live. He knows I'm having margaritas with my friends because I need to relax. Yay! So I am just blown away. Thank you, Jesus. I mean, can I just say it? Lord Jesus, you're so good to me. He just wanted you to witness a miracle tonight. This is a miracle. I should have known a miracle was coming because I was having such a frustrating afternoon. It started because I had to reject the notion of having another black puppy from that breeder. Because it wasn't what I... That went in the wrong place. Oh, Mary, you even know God. So, hello. I'm just like, you just confirmed to me everything. Because I was in the shower. My husband said, oh, they have these puppies. And then they went away. And I'm like, I don't want a puppy. I'm too old. I don't want a puppy. I have 2 dogs at the time. But I've been thanking my husband lately because we had to put dear Roxy down. And without her, I don't know what I would do. But God said, oh, just wait. I'll give you what you want. Right? Because what I really wanted, and I told my husband, this is what I really want. No, I had to, guys, I've been learning healthy boundaries. I am very kind. I want everybody to get along, and usually I change to make everybody else happy. That's been my MO. Not anymore. I'm still loving, I'm still kind, but I'm like, no. It's because, and then it irritates my spirit because my instinct is to just get along so everybody can be happy at the risk of my happiness. I've always done that. I've always been the one that I'm unhappy, everybody else is happy. I called it like, assholes calling me. Liberal assholes. Hold on. I gotta shut that line down. Hold on. You guys are too important to me. I'm not gonna go away. Fuck that. Okay, I'm back. Do you see me? Am I on? Okay, let me just explain to you what happened. Because I was texting with Mary, the breeder, I'm like, I'm not gonna change my phone line. I'm not going to change my phone line because I have 2 phone lines because the hive mind is relentless. I'm just going to call it hive mind. They're bananas. They're flying monkeys. They're all sorts of crazy. I'm not. Okay? I'm not crazy. They are. And when you put somebody like me on this platform where most of the sane people were deplatformed and I stayed alive, I'm just saying. Staying alive, staying alive, staying alive, staying alive. I had to get a separate phone line that nobody has. But because I was texting and talking to Mary, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go live. I haven't had that problem in a while. Well, those hive-minded NPCs. Yeah, NPCs. No unique thought of their own. Can't think for themselves. They're programmed little flippin', they're like the Night of the Living Dead. They are the zombies. Okay? They see me say, okay, hold on, that's my husband calling in. They know I'm on my regular line. And then they start calling. They don't, you know why? They're paid to agitate. And I'm telling you, I almost bought another house and they outed my new address. I mean, I've been through it all. They sent a crazy letter to the owner of my barn saying, oh, you have a scammer living there. The owner of my barn, we got back from Hawaii and the owner of my barn, this is why I love her. She came up to me and she goes, okay, don't lose your shit. She goes, I got this letter, but I don't believe him because the person with no balls didn't even sign it. There's no address. I mean, they're weak. We got your number. FAFO. With me. Just saying, you mother. You know, sorry. Guys, I fast and pray so much for this Iraqi dinar to finally come in. I know. Well, they're trying to steal my peace. You know, when I look at when David, right? I mean, David, I'm like David. God told me I'm like David. I'm very passionate for God. And I get hated for it. I have a lot of enemies. And it comes out of the woodwork. David's own wife. Like, he was like so happy that he was bringing the... I remember that. I always think of this. His wife was in an ivory flipping tower that she got because of her husband. And she looked at him with disgust. Because he was so joyful. He was naked dancing. I would not dance naked on this platform. I have too much respect for myself. But God, I know. Guys, if it weren't for this family, my moderators, and meeting Mary today, I don't know. I might just go to my bed and pull over the covers and say, I need to sleep for like... You know how many times I've wanted to give up? My mental health counselor goes, I'm concerned. You need to have somebody that you can talk to in real life if you have a problem. So I had a training lesson with my horse because my husband's family caused a lot of my pain. That's why I can't talk to my husband about it, because I don't want to hurt my husband. It was my husband's family who's, you know, I'm not even going to go there because they don't exist anymore in my world. But they watch me. And then they send him letters to the fire department. And all they have is bad things to say about his wife. And it's really hurtful to me in my psyche. That's why I have the soul-breaking prayer. I've been through it. Because I've followed Christ to do YouTube. And then God intervened because my husband kept saying, well, what are you going to do when we retire? Are you going to still go to work this hard? Because I work a lot. Y'all know this. That's why he texts me and says I'm on my way home. So he's on his way home. So what I want to say is thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for witnessing the miracle of my puppy. She's been calling on. This is the puppy that's coming. Didn't I say this is your comfort animal? This is going to be my next dog. How many times have I said that? And then I meet the woman today, put a $500 deposit down, and then she gets on my margaritas, and then she has dinar. She goes, what do you do if you have a lot of dinar? And I was like, oh shit, she needs my 3 steps. I didn't even tell her. But God. So in the midst of all the crazy flipping bananas and all the bullshit I've gone through since I've been following Jesus, I mean Jesus, not the churches, not the denominations, I mean the real Christ. The Christ that had empathy for people and was with the people like I have empathy for you guys. I know, it was sister-in-law. She's just so jealous. My husband's coming up. I can hear him because we drive trucks. We drive Dodge Rams. I look so forward to meeting you. I mean, Mary, I can't wait to hug you. We're going to do this thing on December. You got to understand, 7 is like my number with God. And then it's the fact that it's December 7th. And, you know, the new year, I'm going to have a new puppy because of you. And my husband found you. My husband is like he always does my shopping for me. He found the dog, and you've been calling him Tank. I think we call him Tank. I think we're going to call him Tank. I decree and declare that is my dog, and the one you've been calling Tank because you see his, Mary, I know you see his personality. I see everybody's personality. When you said, I always am God's, I'm so grateful, Mary. Cheers. Margarita to you. I will teach you how to make them. She goes, can you teach me how to make them? I said, I'm going to be live in 20 minutes. If I can get this thumbnail loaded. I never got the thumbnail loaded. But Mary, so Wonderful Wyoming. Wonderful Wyoming. Say hello to Mary. She's the breeder that I'm getting the puppy from. He texted me tonight and goes, you might want to watch this. It was Frank who was live tonight. And Mary, yes, cheers, my friend. Oh, Mary, we're going to be friends forever. You know that, right? We're meant to be together. I'm not leaving New England. I thought I was. I wanted to be in a tropical place again, but not anymore. The tropical places are full of the crazies. Cheers. Mary, so Wonderful Wyoming lives in Wyoming. I grew up in Wyoming. So I'm like, that Wyoming formed me as a human. Hi, Mary. I was just telling Wonderful Wyoming, we were texting. He goes, you might want to watch this. And I said, I don't have time to watch this. I'm trying to load my thumbnail. I just bought a puppy. And he goes, you bought a puppy? Congratulations. And then Mary gets on my live stream because she loves margaritas and she has dinar. Wonderful Wyoming. She holds a large amount of dinar. Guys, this is totally like, so grateful. And then she goes, yes, I'm a New Englander too, but I'd rather be in Alaska. Well, I was, you know, there was a guy who came to do my window and he was like, I would be living in Wyoming. I said, I would like to live in Wyoming again. And then my husband goes, no, I can't. And he goes, and the guy was talking to my husband about the rivers and maybe we could be happy there. Guys, this world is not going to get lighter, right? So we're going to be together though. It doesn't matter. We're going to have fun no matter what. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. I don't care, guys. They're not going to steal my joy ever. Mary, I love you. I'm so glad to meet you. I can't wait. Tank. It's either Tank or Thor. I don't know. I like Tank. You've been calling him Tank. Tank is better than Thor. Wow, small. I know. I mean, really. I know. Guys, I feel it. It's coming. I can feel it coming in the air. But look, I'm live every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time. It doesn't matter. I told you, we'll get through whatever it happens together. Either is great. I know. Mary, I'm just so glad you got on this. Do you believe we met tonight? Wonderful Wyoming. I found 7 dinar holders in my hometown, and now we are all great friends. I know. You could truly not meet a better person than Mary or find a better fur baby. Robin Barnes. And Robin, how long have you been watching me? God, Robin, I've seen you in my chat. So that's where I'm getting. Guys, this is a miracle manifestation tonight. I'm just saying, I have been decreeing and declaring that this is your comfort animal if I get too heavy, because I get really passionate about get your finances in order. Don't depend on the government. Nobody's coming to save you. and I said, this is going to be my new puppy. And then Mary, I meet her today because I had to have a fight with my husband about I don't want another black puppy from the same breeder that gave me this one. I love her. I'm not saying, how do I explain this? I love this girl, but then my husband goes searching and he finds Mary, just like he found my horses. Mary, and now you hold Dinar. I mean, the miracle is complete. And so, and she goes, what do you do if you have a large amount of dinar? And I'm like, are you flipping kidding me? This is totally a God moment. Thank you, Jesus. You made my day worth it. She's been calling my puppy Tank. He's only a week old. Guys, this is a 7-day miracle. One call is saying tonight. I know, they always do. I know. Guys, it's any day. And Mary, I'm just, oh my God, just email Mary. Do you have my email? Text me and I'll give you my email. I'll give you the strategies for free, even though I'm buying a puppy from you, because I'm giving you my strategies. You don't even have to buy them from me. God sent her to you. Well, me to her, whatever. I don't care. But we were texting before I went live saying, hey, I'm about to do a margarita. She goes, I love margaritas. I said, I don't even know how to explain this to my husband. He's just walking in the door. Okay, I got to go. I love you all. Peace. Mary, will text me pictures of the puppy. Guys, I will see you tomorrow morning at 9. I love you all. Prayers. Please go watch my Intel summary. Mary, would you watch it? It's loaded. It doesn't look like me because I never got the real thumbnail loaded. I can't wait to share this. I love you guys. Bye. Yes, new bestie. I swear. Bye.